How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Stonehearth, and welcome back to Nerd Home. Things are going okay. I say okay because you might have noticed that we have someone being carried in injured. Basically, Sen ran out to do some stuff, I think some building most likely, and we had a goblin raid come in at pretty much exactly the same time. So, of course, the goblins seem to keep coming down from the mountains. Basically, it didn't end very well for poor Sen, but we're all right. They're doing all right. Everything's about as good as it can be. I am thinking, though, I might send my fighters out to deal with this ancient crypt. I'm pretty sure if we destroy this, it will spawn some zombies and vampires or skeletons or something like that, and we can deal with that. We also keep having these dangerous goblins come by, and I think the reason they're doing that is because we have this little goblin camp over here. I think it keeps spawning them. In fact, we have 2 of them. So I'm going to get my fighters, and I think we're just going to send them out to try and deal with this, because I am a little bit sick of constantly being attacked by goblins. Speak of the devil, and they shall appear. Sick of being attacked constantly by goblins, so going out and doing something about that seems like a pretty good idea. It is a bit of a run for the poor fellas, though. They've got to go around this entire lake, which has me thinking that building a bridge down here would be kind of cool. And I might do that because I might want to do some stuff over here at some point, and it'd be nice to be able to do that without having to go around the entire lake. Although in saying that, it is also, I mean, it's good from a defensive point of view. You know, we're getting attacked constantly from the same direction. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. At the very least, we're going to just do, there we go. I thought we were going to do nothing there, but no, we'll clear out this little camp and just be done with it. Get rid of the fire thing as well. And then same story down here. I want to be done with these goblins. I'm absolutely sick of it. Obviously, we're still going to get attacked. It's still going to happen. I just want to reduce the number of goblin attacks that are coming in. So with those gone, we'll let my people head back and get some foods and water or whatever else they need. We'll let them get some sleep. And then in the morning, I think what we'll do is head up this way and deal with the crypt. And hopefully that'll be pretty good for us. I'm also wondering, have we started any of this mining project yet? It doesn't look like it. We'll go ahead and approve that just in case it wasn't already approved. I think it is. It's just a big old task that we're not doing right now, which is completely fine. And have we haven't placed all of the storage boxes yet either. Okay. Well, at the very least, I have reloaded the game since the last episode. So in theory, we shouldn't have any inventory limits anymore. And if we look into here, we absolutely don't. So hopefully that's going to help the food situation. I've been kind of wondering if part of the food problem is maybe that we don't have the storage space for it on the regular. So, I mean, I can see a bunch of cabbages and sweet potatoes laying around, which is great news. I can also see a bunch of rotten cabbages down here, which is bad news. But I'm just hopeful that maybe what this will result in is a bit more food and that we're not going to end up completely starving to death, which is kind of the path that we've been on for a little while. So let's have a look at the daily updates. It's absolutely no better. Okay, well, hopefully we can figure that out. Hopefully we can do something about that, because that's a really, really bad situation to be in. Now, I will say, I think archery targets would be cool, but I don't think we need them. I do want to have a little bit of a look at some of my workshops, though, and see what we can do here, these crafting menus. So the blacksmith is going to be held back until we get resources for them. That's completely fine. The carpenter doesn't really have much to do right now, although the carpenter also happens to need large wheat bundles, which we'll figure out. The potter has a few things to do, but needs to be a higher level. So I'll tell you what, we have a little bit of molded clay sitting, or not, wait, no, molded clay. Do we have any just regular clay sitting around, or do we need molded clay for everything? It kind of looks like we need molded clay for just about everything, which is interesting. Okay, how do we make molded clay? We need mound of clay, of which we have none as well. We really need to get some people dedicated to just getting me resources, is what I'm learning here. That's kind of the thing. The weaver is doing fantastic. Chrissy is getting through these straw twine bundles pretty quickly. The cook is hopefully going to be maintaining food one way or another. The herbalist is doing their thing as well. I do think it would be great if we could start looking at getting some upgrades for the cook and just anyone related to I guess, food production. Having some upgrades there would be great, given how bad things have gotten lately. Oh, I almost forgot about this. I'm pretty sure I talked about it in the last episode, but the decorative scout gong, basically, this thing is what I need to make if I want to summon stronger enemies to fight. There's a bunch of levels to that. I think there's 3 or 4 different levels of that. And it's like a whole quest line. If you beat them, then you get something. It's really cool and blah, 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 blah. There's actually a bunch of different quest lines in Stonehearth, and I'm not really sure which ones we're going to go into, which ones we're not going to go into. I don't remember how to trigger most of them, so I'm just sort of improvising this entire thing, and I'm kind of enjoying it, to be completely honest. Now, I realize that I didn't send everybody out to deal with this crypt, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that now, because I would like to get rid of this thing kind of as quickly as possible. So we'll head up and do that. Hopefully everyone's going to be moving out together, which they more or less are. One of them is, one of my archers is just sleeping. Okay. That's not helpful. Peter, if you wouldn't mind, just stay in bed, I guess. That, that works too. You just stay there and chill, bud. That is totally fine. We'll just deal with the crypt ourselves, I guess. Now, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it absolutely does spawn enemies when you start attacking it. So we'll deal with the enemies so we don't die. What is that? So that's Javier the Corrupted, a practitioner of the dark arts. That is Sam the Lively. Okay. You know, suddenly, I'm thinking this wasn't a great idea. This seems like it might be slightly backfiring. Let's deal with you. Let's deal with you as quickly as we can, and hopefully deal with everything else around here as quickly as we can. It doesn't look like we're gonna lose anybody, but I also don't know where all my fighters are. I think they're all in there, right? I'm pretty sure they're all in there. It's just a bit of a mess by the looks of it, but that looks to be all of them, I think. Does destroying this thing give me someone else to fight? I think it used to. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, what have I done? What is this? Destroyed ancient crypt can be harvested for the wood from all these crumbled and old roof tiles. Oh, that's very cool. Okay. Well, we destroyed it, which is great. We got a bunch of loot from it as well, which is great. Got some hunting to go on here. I don't see any goblin camps around this way either. So I think the goblin raids that we were dealing with were coming from just sort of the world, which is fine. The food is also going up, which is great news. So hopefully it was just a storage problem. A large tree-like figure approaches. I got nothing. I don't know what an ent should talk like. I just know Lord of the Rings, and it's I am an ent. That's it. That's my impression. All right. Greetings, humans of Nerd Home. I have come to warn. Wait, don't they talk slow? I'm not doing it. I have come to warn you of the growing unrest within these forests. Our wilderness has been sacrificed for your lifestyle of excess. We will give you a chance to return our logs. I suggest you heed my warning. Okay. Thank you for your cooperation. In return, we have prepared a gift. Entlings carrying loot scurry towards you. Here, take this as a token of our gratitude. So they give me a sapling, a giant bone axe, a basket of berries, a vase, and gold. Ooh, the gold I'm appreciative for. All right, well, it turns out that chopping down the 1,000,000 trees that I've chopped down was actually kind of, well, good and bad. The Ents didn't appreciate it, but they did appreciate that I was willing to, I don't know, give back their desecrated remains, I guess. It's about the only way to really put it. If you think about it, that's, yeah, fair enough. I mean, I'd be upset as well. You know, so yeah, I get it. Anyway, moving away from all of that, I would like to come in here and just place down a bit more storage. I think it's going to be a great idea to just fill this place with a bunch of stone coffers and then get rid of the stockpiles and all that stuff that we don't necessarily need. So the stone chest is capacity 64. The coffer is 32. I'd be better using the chest, apparently. Okay. Well, that's... Yep, we'll do that. The stone chest is... I mean, it's not really going to be... Maybe we do coffers upstairs just for the hell of it. I guess we'll do the coffers up here just for the symmetry. That's going to bother me otherwise. So we'll do a whole bunch of these up here. This will keep my mason nice and busy. I don't remember what level the mason is, but we... Oh, no. Cancel you. Yeah, I don't remember what level the mason is, but I do remember that we did upgrade the old mason to be a blacksmith, right? So, I mean, this will be good to get the new one to level up a little bit. And then down here, we'll just do the same thing with a bunch of chests. And there we go. This might take a while to come together, but it's a whole bunch of storage space that's hopefully going to mean that all of the storage I have just laying around over here and these little coffers as well can all be gotten rid of. In fact, I think I might... Wait, do I have to empty this thing first? Oh no, okay. So I'm going to have to go around and just set all of these to none, I guess, to actually empty them out, which I mean is fine. I'm sure we've got some haulers. What I'm most curious about though, it's morning. I want to see the daily update. I want to see how we're doing for food. And I want to see if my theory that it might have been a storage issue, and I say my theory, there were quite a few comments that were like, hey, if you figure out your storage issues, you'll probably figure out the food problem. It seems like, well, let's have a look. Yeah. Okay, well, you know what? It makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah, I'm an idiot. It's that's what we've learned today, is I probably should have solved that problem a while ago. Oh, now this is interesting. We have a trader that has brought us a bunch of armor and weapons. Now, do I want to get a spear for my knight? That's kind of the option. Iron Warhammer, we could do that as well. We could do the Iron Northern Axe for some of my footmen. That, I feel, might not be a bad idea. We have got, what, one footman right now, if I'm not mistaken? If we look at our fighters, we have one footman, we have one knight. You're level 6. What is your gear right now? So your equipment is a giant bone axe, which gives you plus 26 attack. This thing will give you plus 17. So basically, that giant bone axe is like the best thing that you... It's a two-handed thing as well. Yeah, you're doing fine. You are doing just fine. A different set of armor might be good for you, though. So something like this, plus 5 defense instead of plus 4. Admittedly, I don't know if a plus 1 is all that good. I feel like better... I feel like going for attack is maybe better here. I don't know. I don't know if that is the case. I've never really looked into the numbers all that much. As for Gray, let me have a look at your sheet. You've got the Iron Mace and the Knight Shield. This is plus 5 defense. That's plus 12 attack. If I was to get you... Let's see. The Warhammer is main hand. It's plus 12 attack as well. Plus 1.5 reach. So it's the same as the mace. And then the spear is better and has better reach. It's double the reach. But you would lose out on the plus 4 defense, which I don't know if I want to do. I really don't know about that one. What is this? Bronze Northern Short Spear. It's a footman weapon as well. Okay, so we don't want that. I mean, I guess we could try it. I've never tried it, and it is only 31 gold. So I'm gonna buy this, and we're gonna say we'll swap out for this. We'll swap you out, so you're gonna start using two-handed weapons, and we'll see how that goes. As for everything else, I think we're good. I don't think I'm too concerned about the rest of it. We have got a lot of pelts and things that I could sell, which would be a decent bit of money. Actually, deer pelts right there. We'll sell 10 of them, and we'll sell 10 rabbit pelts as well. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. We're at 338 gold, which is great. We've got a little bit of leather sitting around. I'm not really too interested in selling any of that. As for everything else, I want to say that we're probably good. I would like to look at Charlie one more time here. We have got that wolf helmet thing. It's plus 4. This is actually plus 3. Okay, so the wolf helmet's doing just fine. The hide vest is plus 4. This is plus 5. I mean, we need to we're going to be making one of these at some point anyway, so I'm not going to bother buying it. I think we're good. I think that'll be interesting. I want to see how a knight does with a spear. I don't think I've ever used one before. Also, level 6 trapper. You can now use metal clamp traps to capture big game, and also has a thing or two to teach the engineer about setting traps. Ooh, okay. Well, we're gonna need to get ourselves an engineer. We probably need to get ourselves another trapper as well. And we probably want to get ourselves more farmers too. Although I have gone in and told my farmers that they don't do holing anymore and they don't do gathering. The only thing my farmers do now is their job. And it kind of looks like that has helped. They're what is it? What's the word I'm looking for here? Sowing the seeds a little bit faster than they used to. This was all just fallow for a while, and now it's getting sorted out really quickly. So I think this might be good for us. And hopefully that's the case, because I kind of want more hearthlings. I think we need more hearthlings. Obviously, this construction that I have going on down here, this is what we're going for. It's going to be a while before that gets done, but it's all flavor. It's all you know, extra. I don't need to prioritize all of this. But the thing I'd like to do is I'd like to build these, and then I'd like to use these as jumping off points for roads and things like that, because my hearthlings will move faster on roads. And I can also go in here and start building better buildings, essentially. I can start putting stuff over here, for example. In fact, if we go in and look at some of the blueprints, and I mean, what are we looking for here? We're looking for like a blacksmith kind of thing. If I just search for like smith, we have the basic smithy here, which would match the pottery thing that we did. We also have the high smithy, which I just think looks so cool. It's a really cool looking building. It really is. And I love the idea of it living like here. I think that's such a cool spot for it, but I want to get, I mean, I'd have to have it back from the road a little bit like here, or the cliff a little bit like here, because I need a road going in front of it. I don't know if I want to build this right now though. We do need a dedicated smithy. That's the thing. So maybe we just plop this down and see how it goes. I think we will. I'm gonna put it there, and that'll be fine. Let's see what else we've got. If I just search for high in here. So we have the banner ring. That's, I guess, this thing down here. We have a barracks. We have a carpenter. We have some cottages as well. Now, can I get a little cottage just at the back of the smithy? Because there's not really much else I can put in that space. So a little cottage back here would be kind of nice, I think. And again, these are construction projects that are going to take some time to come together, and I'm completely fine with that. I think we'll just put this guy back here, and that'll be all right. And then what else have we got? These gardens, I do want to build those. I absolutely do. I would love, this is so good looking, little hospital right there. I need to spend some time going through and designing a bunch of stuff. I really do. But what I'd like more so than anything, I have these walls. This is something I'm very keen to start playing with. I have like gatehouses, we have stairs, we have water gates. But what I want is some farm stuff. I want these, because if I build these, I can just use those little fields back there for, well, farming. And that's the idea, right? I can give my farmers their own little dedicated house, which I think is adorable. In fact, I think I'm gonna lay these out as well. This is gonna be so much construction that's getting planned out here, but I'm kind of excited about it. And I'm a little tired just sitting around talking about all this cool stuff I want to do. So let me do a farm here. And do I want to do another one next to it? Would it be silly to do another one next to it? It might be a bit much. We'll do one there. And I'm going to do another one. I don't know where. I haven't really decided where the other one can go. Maybe the other one goes like over here, sort of down in like this space. These are going to be like a way out from the main like city thing. So we'll do another farm right there. I'll clear out this corner. I'll clear out these trees. We'll figure out maybe some more storage to go in this space, like dedicated farming storage. Maybe like a, I don't know, a bakery or something could go in there. I really have no idea. We've got the carpenter, we got the engineer, we got the geomancer, we got the high house. That's such a cool looking thing. It really is. I love these designs. We got the inn as well. Oh man, I'm excited. I'm definitely excited to play around with these. Is there a, yeah, there's a basic inn as well. Maybe the little basic inn could go out here. That'd be kind of cool if it happens to fit, which I think it will. Yeah, this'll totally fit in that space. So I have a couple of farms and some like an inn out here. All right, well, we're not going to build those just yet. What I would like to do is just gather all of these trees because I need to clear this entire space. I will absolutely end up replanting a bunch of these. I think that's going to be the goal, is clear this out. It's kind of like City Skylines, right? You clear out the area and then you're like, hey, let's now replant it so it looks more natural. That's going to be my goal here. I'm going to have to get rid of that tree as well, unfortunately, which is fine. We'll make it work. You know, I can't imagine there's anything absolutely vital in these little chests here, so I wonder if I can just destroy them. Is that, no, that's maybe not a thing. I think maybe a Hearthlink has to come along and actually destroy them, but I don't need them, so I kind of just want to, what are you doing? All right, you were just standing there dancing, apparently. I do want to get rid of them. I think we'll just clear them out. Hopefully they'll get deleted in at some point or other. There we go. That's what I want to do. And I don't love the fact that all of the items are just being thrown across the ground, but you know what? I don't really know what I expected. Kind of cool the way it works though. That is kind of neat. We got like a little goblin banner in there as well. There is actually some stuff in there that I probably do want to keep. Those goblin banners probably amongst them. That farmer's hoe is probably something we want as well. Got a stone oven there too. Yeah. There's actually a few things that I probably want to keep out of that absolute mess, which is fine. It'll get moved into storage at some point. There's a lot of stuff. This is why I want more Hearthlings, right? Because there's just so, my God, what is all of this? I was not expecting this to be the out. We need more people to hole, man. We really do. Well, hold on a minute. Let me look here. What are my Hearthlings doing? Can I? So so Chrissy isn't holing right now. What is Chrissy doing? That's not Chrissy. That's Chrissy. What are you doing right now? Oh, you've done like everything I needed you to do except for the fire quiver. Okay, you know what? We can have you do some holing now. I think it's fair enough. I'm actually kind of impressed that all of the stuff got done. Wasn't really expecting that, but that's great. We've got, I'm assuming, some spiky quivers on my archers now, right? I would have to assume that my archers do in fact have spiky quivers. Let me look at your sheet and equipment. Backpack. Okay, no. Do none of you have, okay, so you've got a spiky quiver. All right, but more of you probably need spike. Well, one more of you can get a spiky quiver. I think that's an idea. Okay. So what did we need for this? This needs lumps of coal, which apparently we don't have. So make me one more spiky quiver. So 2 of them can slow people down. One of them will eventually be able to, I guess, set them on fire. And then for the rest of it, the wolf helmet I'm not really interested in. I think it's cool, but I don't think we need another one. And then let's see, we have the recurve northern bow, which is plus 28 damage, which is great. We have the recurve northern bow and the recurve northern bow. So we have that one. What's the daily update looking like? Food's at 380. That is better than it was. I'm okay with that. I want to have a look at my carpenter though, because so the recurve northern bow is this one. This is the composite bow, which is even more damage and I think also more range. So let me queue up, I'm going to say 3 of these, even though we can't make them right now. We can't make this and we can't make this. What can I make? Do we have a shepherd's crook? I have no idea if we, hold on a minute. Let me have a look at I think my farmers can go and become shepherds, right? So if I look at, for example, you, and we go to change jobs, we do have a shepherd's crook. So what can a shepherd do? Nature-loving loners, shepherds domesticate gentle animals to care for them, harvest their resources like wool or meat, and even process some of them like milk or eggs. Okay. So I do think getting a shepherd would be really useful, but I don't want to lose a farmer right now. So if we can get another farmer, which we can, I guess the question becomes, hold on a minute. So isn't spirit is to do with animals? So I guess I'm going to make Sen a farmer. And then once you get to level 2, we can have you go and become a shepherd. I guess that's what we'll do. Another farmer is not a bad idea. It is going to be slower construction, but honestly, I do think another farmer is going to be great for us anyway. So we'll get Sen to be a farmer, and that'll be fine. As for the carpenter, like we were talking about, we need the carpenter to level up a little bit. So let's have you make... Do I want a crossbow? I mean, 27 attack, 35 range... I mean, it's not any better than the northern bow, right? It seems like it's worse than the recurve bow. It seems like a middle ground between the recurve and the long. So I don't think we need it. I don't feel like we need it, so I'm not going to get it. We could potentially do with more market stalls, because I think we have the capacity for up to 3 traders now, but I think we'll pass on that. Might not be a bad idea to make a wooden manger. I might make a couple of those because we are going to be aiming to get ourselves a shepherd, so I'll make 5 of them. A counter desk will boost the value of all items being sold by counters and shelves up to 12 blocks away by a whopping 12%. Okay, I have no idea what that's about, but sure, we can use those at some point. That's totally fine. Safety standards. I think we're good on that. Animal doors. I'm assuming there's gonna be like a whole thing. There's gonna be like a whole thing for animals, isn't there? Barn hatches as well. Man, there's so much to craft, and I don't even know where to get started. Let's just make, I guess, I don't know, I don't want to waste materials. I kind of just want to use wood. So let's do wooden supply racks. That seems like a fair thing. It's going to consume 2 per, so we'll make like 20 of them, I guess. We'll craft those up. That'll be a good way to get some experience with the carpenter. Food is up again, which is great. We have a caravan showing up, which is pretty good, but we don't need anything there. And I suppose we're kind of just waiting for Sen to get to level 2 as a farmer, which I don't imagine will take all that long. You're already halfway, so that's fantastic. And there we go. Sen is now farmer level 2. So let's go in and see if we can't get you swapped out to be a shepherd. We'll approve it. And you should be on your way to grab the gear for it. There we go. Oh, look at you. That's such a look. That is such a good look. Okay. All right. So what do? We need an animal pasture, which I'm assuming is going to need to be a decent size. Let's have a look and see what it can be. So it can be there. What if I put an animal pasture like here? What does that do? So we can get rabbits, so we can get ducks. So rabbits reproduce quickly and can be slaughtered for jerky, pelts, and sometimes bone. Ducks lay eggs and sometimes lose feathers, but require more space than pollos, chickens. Slaughtering duck will yield meat and often feathers and bone. Okay. So we have like a lot of options in here. I'm gonna do both. Maintain 24. Ooh, okay. Harvest grass, collect strays, periodically collect any stray animals that wander out of this pasture and return them to it. Automatically harvest any grass in there as well. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, so we'll do that, and then I'm gonna do ducks as well. I mean, I have no idea if this will actually work. I think the whole harvest strays thing is probably a sign that the idea is that you should build a perimeter around your pastures, which is kind of making me think that it might not be a bad idea to actually come down here and say, let's build this thing and get it done nice and quickly. It shouldn't really take that long. We're gonna need some stone by the looks of it, but we'll get there. The rest of it should be all right. It's completely possible. If we can build this would be a great place for some animals though. Be a great place for a pasture. So we'll see if it works out. It's not going to be a today thing, that's for sure, because we have all this construction going on as well, which is, I mean, it's getting there, to be fair. This thing's coming along. This thing's coming along too. I have got my hearthlings doing a lot right now, so it's to be expected that it's going to take some time. They have started mining here though, which is pretty cool. We also have some lumps of coal, which is making me wonder if we have those sitting around, we still can't happen to make this, unfortunately. We have one lump of coal. If we could get another one, we can start setting our enemies on fire. I don't know about you, but that sounds like a great idea. Now, I suppose we should play around with these wooden mangers. We have got the 5 of them. We have some pretty decent ones here as well. So I don't know how these work. I'm just going to put one down there, and I'm going to put another one just over there. And we'll see if that's something that the shepherd happens to use. I mean, we haven't really got any animals right now either, but I'm hoping that's going to be a really good source of food for us. And then obviously once we move them into an enclosed space, I imagine it might be a bit more of a regular source of food for us. I've really got no idea. I'm kind of just quietly, or not so quietly, hoping for the best on that. I just want more food. I want more hearthlings. That's my whole thing right now. I just really want more hearthlings. I feel like things have just slowed down so much because we don't have them now. Oh, would you look at that? We got our first duck. Oh, this makes me really happy. I'm actually, you know, I think having a bunch of pastures with different animals is going to look, it's going to look amazing. It's going to look amazing. Having a bunch of different farms as well. It's going to look so good once this is all built. It's just going to take forever because I only have one dedicated hearthling for just generic work right now. So it's going to be a really, really lengthy process, but I'm definitely keen to see it through. I also noticed that there is another crypt down here with a, what have we got running around here? We got a skeleton. We got another skeleton. We got a zombie. And we got a zombie. I figure we should probably come down and deal with this. Seems like it'd be a bit of an idea just to clear it out before it becomes a problem. So we'll send the fighters down as we usually do, the way we dealt with the last one. I did look around and haven't seen any goblins, so we don't have to worry about those, which is always good. Now let's maybe just pivot the attack to you instead, so that we can have them all kind of focus on the one enemy at a time here. So next is going to be you, and then next up is going to be, I think there's one in the middle of them. Oh no, they're just destroying everything now. Okay. Well, fair enough. There's a bunch of enemies going to come out of there. There we go. Let's deal with the tough one first. And then I think they can probably improvise for the rest of them. Yeah, they seem to be doing just fine down there. So that's good. No problem dealing with these crypts, which is nice. Night level 6 is pretty good too. Okay. Well, that's two for 2 on the crypts anyway. What is this? A group from a small quarry? I don't really think there's anything I'm too interested in there. Hunk of slate. We got chunk of brown coal. Anything you guys want? We do have some storage containers. You could have all of those. You could have that one as well. I probably don't need them. And then we have a whole bunch of different resources here as well. So, I mean, you guys want what? 16 of these? Sure, there's 10. And then there's another 6. I've got 428 gold myself. I'll absolutely hold on to that. Food seems to be hovering around 400 and it went down about as low as 400 and now it's back up to 462. So it's better than it was. And it seems to be stabilized at least. So I would imagine that once we see more animals down here, there is no way you are walking around with a duck following you. That, oh my God. That's adorable. I love that. Oh, that makes me so happy. What are you where are you going? Restocking items? Oh, you're just going out to get stuff? Okay. I love it. I do. I love it. You know, I've been thinking about why it seems like we don't have much stone. And it hit me that, of course, we don't have a lot of stone. We're using all of it to... We're using all of it to build these. That makes sense. Suddenly it all makes sense. I'll tell you what I think we should do then. Let's go to my one worker, Gerard, and let's say, what are you are not happy. I don't like that he's not happy. Let's have you do nothing but mining for now so that we can sort that out. Oh, there we go. That's what we're looking for. The food situation's getting a lot better, which is exactly what we're looking for. Unfortunately, no coal that I can use in there. Alex is apparently a pillow hugger. And let's see, you are... Actually, there's a few of you that aren't very happy right now. Okay. I don't love that. Hopefully we can figure that out. What I am looking for, though, is that you... Yeah, there we go. He's going to go mining, which is absolutely perfect. Also notice that the farmers occasionally do switch into being idle because they don't have much to do. So let's have them go and do... I'm just going to turn them back onto everything, I guess, because there is some stuff. We have a lot of trees that we need to chop down. So if they're not harvesting, they can go and chop down trees or whole stuff around. I think Gerard's going to be the only one that we're going to have just mine, essentially. A curious stranger approaches, and we have invaders as well, but let's see. So this is Mara Loft, really? Okay. And she's an archaeologist. All right. I wonder, okay, well. A young lady, clad in chainmail and with a bright red cloak over her shoulders, approaches with strong, decisive steps. She seems disappointed. I don't know. I don't know. Ach, no, there's already people here. Ach, well. She recomposes from her disappointment and resumes speaking in a gentler tone. Greetings, friends. You may call me Mara Loft, famous explorer. You've probably met my granny. Tomb Raider, and currently an archaeologist working for the capital's Phoenix Empire Museum. Yeah, welcome. May we help? I've been following some old maps from the museum collection, hoping that they might bring me to some new and exciting discoveries. She shrugs. However, I didn't expect this place to be settled. Maps take a while to be updated, so of course I can't really interfere with that. She continues after a brief pause. But the museum is always interested in registering new findings and the locations of old ruins for future research. So, have you seen anything, like maybe a hidden crypt? Yeah, we found an ancient crypt. Great! I'd really appreciate if you could point me in the location of it later, she smiles. According to the old documents we have, this area was the resting place of some really honorable warriors. You know what? I don't know where I'm going with it. This accent's like all over the place, but anyway. From the Phoenix Empire. Chances are you might find fragments of armor and also some ancient relics by exploring these places. And who knows? Some of the ancient fragments you might find might still have some of their magic. Oh, tomb raiding. Aye! She swings her fists in the air, excited. I do love some dungeon delving myself, but according to the museum code, we won't take artifacts or anything from lands that are already settled. But we're always accepting donations. She rummages through her satchel, looking for something. Now that your settlement's in our official map, we might visit again in the future. Perhaps even before you're all dead. And it's just an archaeological site. But for now, please accept this gift. I think it might be helpful to your people, and don't worry, it's just a copy. She removes a scroll from the satchel and unfurls it. It depicts a colorful portrait of a strong warrior clad in beautiful lamellar armor. This scroll has some translated information on the making and enchanting of the legendary Palatine god armor. You might have heard about them in writings from the Church of Plenty. They're called paladins nowadays. She grins. An innocent translation error. Either way, we wrote the translation and copied the original drawing myself, and I'm sure a blacksmith would love to read it. Exciting. Great! She eagerly looks around. You wouldn't mind if I stay a day or so, would you? I just want to take a look around and see if I spot any new ruins not yet added to the catalogue. I'll depart tomorrow, and remember, if you ever visit the capital, make sure to check out the collection. Yep, absolutely. That looks really cool. That's got to be for a night, right? That has got to be for a night, or is it decorative? It's not decorative. So legendary. What do we need for this? Ancient armor fragments, steel, gold, leather, and a bolt of silk cloth. Okay. I mean, I feel like we need this. Ancient armor fragments. I don't know where we get these. I'm going to queue this thing up because I think gray would look kind of fantastic in some legendary armor. And hopefully there's no more characters that we have to meet. Why is someone taking damage? What is going on here? Why? Wait. Whoa. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. That's a problem. Right. You're going to need rescued is what you're going to need. Hopefully we can get to you before too long. Where are my fighters? I need alert mode is what I need right now. We 100% need alert mode. And I think the game just crashed.